Welcome to the Landstown High School commencement. Please silence all electronic devices. Please respect others who have come today to hear their graduate's name announced by refraining from excessive celebration when names are called. As a safety precaution, we ask that any photography and videography take place from your seats, as the aisles should remain clear at all times. We thank you for helping us to create a dignified and respectful atmosphere during this ceremony. Each graduate has earned this achievement, and we hope to make this a memorable occasion. At this time, please rise and remain standing for the procession led by the school system administrators, school board members, and the faculty of Landstown High School. It is my pleasure to present to you the Landstown High School class of 2026.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Landstown High School NJROTC Color Guard, followed by the national anthem and alma mater. Again, we ask that all guests remain standing until the alma mater has been sung.
We will soar like eagles. In our lives there will be friendships true. When we raise the banner of Landstown high, we will cheer black, silver, and blue. Lift us high with commitment to greatness. Our success is the service we do. In the class, on the field, eagle spirits are sealed when we cheer black, silver, and blue. In our hearts we will soar like eagles. In our lives there will be friendships true. When we raise the banner of Landstown high, we will cheer black, silver, and blue. Landstown, we honor you.
You may be seated. Good afternoon, Dr. Robertson, school board members, families, faculty, and members of the class of 2026. I am Mason Mendigoran, SCA President. Before we begin our ceremony, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our stage guests. We ask that you hold your applause until all guests have been introduced. On my left are Dr. Donald Robertson, Junior Superintendent of the Virginia Beach City Public Schools, Mrs. Cheryl Woodhouse, Chief of Staff, Mr. Matthew Delaney, Chief Schools Officer, Dr. Walter Brower, Senior Executive Director of High Schools, school board members Mrs. Kathleen Brown, School Board Chair, Mr. Mark Bowensteel, Mr. Michael Callan, Ms. Rose Dwyer, Mrs. Sharon Felton, Dr. Alvita Green, Mrs. Melinda Rogers. On my right are Dr. Paula Johnson, Principal of Landstown High School, Assistant Principals Mrs. Kiera Forbes, Mrs. Tori Beck, Mrs. Jennifer Morris, Ms. Sharita Pridgeon, Mr. Ryan Owens, Administrative Assistant, Jennifer Rouse, City Council, Kara Nelson, Class of 2026 Valedictorian, Ralph Dunbar, Class of 2026 Salutatorian, and Shaylin Boaz, Class of 2026 President. Please welcome all of our stage guests. At this time, I have the privilege of calling on Landstown Assistant Principal, Ms. Kiera Forbes, for various recognition.
Hello, everyone. This evening, you will notice our graduates wearing different regalia as they walk across the stage. You can find a full list of each piece represents on the back of your programs. Students wearing a gold stole have earned a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher, and students wearing black and white ribbons with platinum medallions are in the Governor's STEM Academy. These two recognitions will be announced as students walk across the stage. Virginia Beach City Public Schools utilize the Latin honor system to recognize honor graduates. Please refer to the insert in your program for different levels and names of the students within each level. Cum laude is used to designate students who earn a cumulative GPA between 3.5 and 3.75. Will all cum laude students please rise and be recognized? You may be seated. Magna cum laude is used to designate students who earn a cumulative GPA between 3.76 and 3.99. Will all magna cum laudes please rise and be recognized? You may be seated. Summa cum laude is used to designate students who earn a cumulative GPA of 4.0 and above. They are wearing a gold medallion with a gold ribbon. Will all summa cum laude students please rise and be recognized? Great work. You may be seated. I now have the pleasure of presenting to you STEM Academy Coordinator, Ms. Morris, who will present our Eagle Medallion recipients.
The Landstown Medallion was commissioned to represent one of the highest honors that can be awarded to a graduating senior at Landstown High School. Only those seniors who have, for all of their years at Landstown, contributed to the pride and spirit of the school may be selected. The selection is made by a faculty committee who look for those students who have dedicated themselves to Landstown High School. These students have been the most active, helpful, hardworking Eagles, giving their energy and time beyond all expectations. All Landstown Medallion recipients are unaware of this honor until now. Staff presenters, if you have not already, please take your places in front of the stage. Students, if your name is called, please join your staff presenter in front of the stage and remain until all Landstown Medallion recipients have been called. Our first staff presenter is Chief Young. Matthew Young, please join Chief Young in front of the stage. Matthew Young stands as an exemplary scholar, elite athlete, and distinguished NJROTC cadet whose character is anchored by unyielding integrity, profound selflessness, and a genuine altruism. Throughout his tenure at Landstown, Matthew has modeled exceptional resilience, consistently transforming formidable challenges into triumphs and remaining steadfast in the face of adversity. His extraordinary portfolio of achievements reflects both rigorous discipline and athletic brilliance. He commanded respect and precision as an NJROTC drill commander and platoon chief, while simultaneously cementing his legacy on the track as a 9-time all-region athlete, a 3-time state qualifier, and a 2-time national qualifier. Further distinguished as the recipient of the Virginia Beach Sports Club Scholarship, Matthew is an innate leader and a beacon of inspiration for his peers. His future trajectory is unequivocally limitless. As Matthew heads to Virginia State University to study political science, he will continue to shine and will continue to bleed black, silver, and blue. Congratulations, Matthew. Our next staff presenter is Ms. Hanback, Shaylin Boaz. Please join Ms. Hanback in front of the stage. Shaylin Boaz radiates a profound, authentic devotion to Landstown High School. Serving with distinction as the class of 2026 president and as a competitive member of the tennis team, Shaylin is an innate leader whose influence is felt across the campus. Within the rigorous engineering strand of the Governor's STEM Academy, she rejects passive participation in favor of immersive, impactful action, fully investing her talents into every organization she touches. Beyond her executive capabilities, Shaylin's defining attribute is her magnetic warmth and an extraordinary capacity to foster immediate, genuine connections with those around her. Whether serving as an invaluable liaison for the school counseling department or acting as the welcoming voice anchoring the Eagle Morning News, she consistently uplifts the entire student body. Driven by an unyielding dedication and a deeply compassionate spirit, Shaylin champions the well-being of Landstown students and staff in everything she does. As Shaylin heads to James Madison University in the fall, she will continue to shine and soar in all she does. Congratulations, Shaylin. Our next staff presenter is Mr. Tucker Mariah McCullum. Please join Mr. Tucker in front of the stage. When Mariah, also known as Mimi, joined us as a sophomore, she didn't take the easy road. She chose the bassoon, notoriously one of the most challenging instruments to learn. Mimi is deeply talented, hardworking, and driven to succeed. She didn't let a difficult instrument slow her down. Instead, she excelled, progressing all the way to our advanced level junior ensemble. By her senior year, she was unstoppable, joining both jazz band and marching band. Even as a first-time marcher, she picked up everything instantly, quickly becoming a role model for those around her. But just as importantly, Mimi brought a bubbly, upbeat personality to class every day, keeping our spirits high and the energy up during the most exhausting months of the season. When she wasn't playing in the band, she led as a member of the softball team and was a valued member of the Gifted Advisory Board and the Principals Advisory Committee. For her outstanding musicianship, leadership, and dedication, she has earned her band letter and this year's Director Award for Band. Mimi will continue her studies at Virginia Tech in the fall. Congratulations, Mimi. Our next staff presenter is Mrs. Sayok, Kara Nelson. Please join Mrs. Sayok in front of the stage. Kara proves that you don't have to choose between being a scientist and being an artist. She uses both sides of her brain to bring color, precision, and passion to everything she touches. When you look at Kara's academic resume, it reads like a masterclass in versatility. She is a core part of our STEM Academy and an integral member of the National Honor Society, Math Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, the Medical Honor Society, Rho Kappa, and a thespian in the theater department. She has engineered solutions with the Lady Eagle Engineers and competed at the Maker Expo STEM Trifecta. She doesn't just lead her peers, she builds them up. As a staff member for the LHS Leadership Workshop, she actively trained and instructed student delegates. She has sat on student panels at Academy Open House nights to guide anxious middle schoolers and their parents. She has taught science projects to young girls through Beach Girls Rock and volunteered at various STEM nights. Kara will continue to make a positive impact as she graduates from the STEM Academy and continues her studies at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Congratulations, Kara. Our next staff presenter is Ms. O'Toole. Eden Amato. Please join Ms. Rosenbaum in front of the stage. Eden Amato is a pillar of the Landstown community, defined by her inclusive leadership and warm disposition. A scholar leader, Eden maintained membership in the National Honor Society and Mu Alpha Theta while serving as president of Rho Kappa, where she expanded impactful community service initiatives across Virginia Beach. Her executive talents further benefited the class of 2026 Executive Board and DECA. As a member of the prestigious Governor STEM Academy, Eden excelled in the STEM marketing strand, earning an industry-standard Adobe Photoshop certification that she utilized to enhance her school organizations. From her dynamic contributions to the theater department and leadership workshops to her undeniable school pride, Eden's love for Landstown is truly legendary. We have no doubt that Eden's friendly disposition and desire to be involved will assist her as she pursues her studies at Virginia Tech in the fall. Congratulations, Eden. Our final staff presenter is Ms. Morrow, Jasmine Estrada. Please join Ms. Morrow in the front of the stage. Jasmine is a student who doesn't just meet requirements, she obliterates them. For example, in her Virginia Teachers for Tomorrow class, there are 40-hour internships teaching opportunities. Jasmine completed her hours at Newcastle Elementary. She went far and above and beyond that minimum, pouring countless hours into her internship classroom. At this rate, we fully expect her to bypass the whole first-year teacher phase, go straight to central office, and run the entire school district by her mid-20s. Jasmine's dedication extends right here to our own halls, where she serves as our SCA Executive Board member and Secretary of the Citywide Official for a Day co-chair. She has expertly orchestrated everything from our homecoming festivities to major distinctive events that are citywide. Whether she is welcoming new military families through Anchored for Life or organizing school events, Jasmine handles high-stakes leadership with an impressive mix of professional grace and genuine empathy. Jasmine possesses the rare blend of academic discipline, fierce organization, and compassionate leadership that defines a truly exceptional future educator. This fall, Jasmine will be taking her remarkable talents to James Madison University to major in elementary education. Congratulations, Jasmine, and congratulations again to all of the 2026 Landstown Medallion recipients. You can now take your seat. At this time, please welcome the Landstown High School Madrigals with Ocean and Stars, followed by the commencement address by our principal, Dr. Paula Johnson.
Greetings. I'm going to stick to my script as much as possible. I'm getting a little emotional. This is year 37 for me, and there's a student here that I taught her father who's graduating at Landstown High School. I'm looking at him right now, so I'm going to get myself together. All right, class of 2026, stage guests, staff, families, it is an honor to address this extraordinary group of graduates. This afternoon, we acknowledge and celebrate their many accomplishments, both within the classroom and beyond. This 25th graduating class of Landstown High School Governor STEM and Technology Academy consists of 488 seniors, including 353 honor graduates. Yep. 104 students receiving an impressive GPA of 4.0 or greater. Among this accomplished class, we have 272 students earning an advanced diploma. Then, 29 of these amazing students accelerated their studies and are officially members of the class of 2027. Collectively, they've earned close to $7 million and adding, we keep on adding that as we go, in higher education, scholarships, and monetary offers. This class includes state and regional champions, numerous STEM award recipients, students who have earned a wide array of industry certifications over the last 4 years. In addition, 7 of them, and I think there's one more, of this outstanding class have chosen to serve our nation through enlistment in the armed forces. These accomplishments of class 2026 really shows the tenacity and commitment to excellence. However, we can't talk about achievements without talking about those who support us along the way. We must pause and give thanks to those who helped us. A simple thanks reminds everyone that we did not achieve this alone. So, tonight, graduates, before you go home, or even when you get home, make sure you thank everyone who helped you cross the stage. To our parents, guardians, family members, thank you for the support and encouragement poured into each and every graduate. You are truly appreciated. To the instructional staff, school counselors, administrators, support staff, thank you for your dedication to this outstanding group of Eagles. Whether you're teaching, providing encouragement on the field, or even helping them today for graduation, rehearsal, and practice, and actually being here for the ceremony, thank you for your work, because your work matters. To the sponsors of the class of 2026, Ms. Pareka and Mr. Wright, thank you for your dedication, your guidance, and your countless hours of time invested in this wonderful class over the last 4 years. You are the perfect, ideal partnership. The class of 2026, we appreciate them for the work. So congratulations and sincere thank you to both of you for the work. Job well done. Class of 2026, you did it. Whether it was adapting to new policies, and we had some, embracing the different types of Eagle blocks, and we had many, you stepped up, followed directions, and even helped others when they saw a need. You are a special group of young people who had the ability to make the world a better place for everyone. Throughout the time at Landstown, you supported each other and celebrated the successes of your fellow Eagles, even when you didn't have things go your way. As you move forward, hold on to those qualities, because life will bring challenges and obstacles. But remember to recognize the people who are truly on your team. They may not always tell you what you want to hear, but they will tell you, that's me, they will tell you what you need to hear to get to the next level. Remember that. We already talked about not everyone is your friend. You're gonna have to lose some folks. Okay, let me get back to my script. All right, so do not walk through this life. I want you to fly. You've been taught how to soar, so soar. Soar on the field, in the college classroom, in your job, in your career, in the armed forces. Make sure you do it with the best. Soar with purpose and confidence. Always remember you're an eagle. When you come back to the nest, we'll be there to support you. You know you're loved. I'm gonna say that one more time. You are loved. Loved. I love you, each and every one of you. We've heard this before. I'm gonna end it with this, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. So again, congratulations to the class of 2026. You did it. At this time, I have the privilege of calling on honor graduate and class president, Shaylin Boaz, who will provide the class of 2026 speech. Thank you.
Good evening, Eagle Nation. Welcome, Dr. Robertson, Dr. Johnson, teachers, faculty and staff, distinguished guests, unhappy siblings forced to sit through this incredibly long ceremony, family and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. My name is Shaylin Boaz, and I am beyond honored to have served as your class president for the past 4 years here at Landstown High School. As I stand in front of you today, I know that there's probably not a lot I can say that you all haven't already heard about 100 times over, so let me get this cliche out of the way. My fellow graduates, we did it! We survived the tests, the deadlines, the group projects where one person mysteriously disappears on presentation day, the early mornings and late nights, and the stress. And now, after 4 years that felt remarkably long for some and unbelievably fast for others, we're here. And while I know a lot of us are more than ready to move on from high school, I think it's important that we recognize just how special this chapter of our lives truly was. Because one day, maybe 10, 20, or even 30 years from now, I know we won't remember every single assignment or quiz grade, but we will remember the moments that happened in between them. We'll remember laughing too hard in classes we were supposed to be paying attention in. We'll remember how awkward freshman orientation felt, how we somehow convinced ourselves that spending nearly 14 hours at school because of homecoming hallway decorating was a good idea, and not to mention how excited we were when all that hard work paid off with a win. And of course, we'll remember how funny we thought we were when we told the underclassmen about the pool on the 3rd floor. One of the things I greatly appreciate about our senior class is that no two stories are the same. Over the past 4 years, we've all found our place at Landstown, whether that's through sports, the Governor's STEM Academy, the various clubs and organizations we have to offer, the arts, or simply the friendships we built along the way. Now, I would like to take a moment to give a special thanks to my fellow class officers, Melanie, Jillian, Faith, and Jess. Serving as class president has been an incredible experience, but it's definitely not something I could have done alone, so thank you guys for all of your hard work, ideas, and dedication. And the biggest thank you to the people who have supported all of us through every step of this journey, our parents and family members. For me, my name, Shaylin, comes from combining my parents' names, Shane and Ellen, and I think that's fitting, because like many of you, so much of who I am today comes from them too. I also want to take a minute to recognize some of the people who don't always receive the recognition they deserve. To our class sponsors, Mr. Wright and Ms. Pareca, thank you for everything you've done for our class behind the scenes. And to our coaches, counselors, club sponsors, and everyone else who works tirelessly to support students each day, your impact reaches far beyond what you may realize, and we are truly grateful for everything you've done for us. When I look back on these past 4 years, I'm reminded that the things we'll miss the most are often the things we took for granted while they were happening. Sitting at the same lunch table every day as if it were reserved just for us, going to football games more for the conversations than the actual score, watching our senior year begin at senior sunrise and somehow end at senior sunset, and knowing that no matter what happened, we'd all be back in the hallways together again tomorrow. I'd like to leave you with this quote from the great Winnie the Pooh. "How lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard? And that's what today ultimately is, a goodbye. Not just to a building, or a schedule, or a routine, but to a version of our lives that will never quite experience the same way again. Tomorrow, all of us will begin moving in different directions. Some of us are heading to college, some to careers, the military, trade schools, or still figuring things out, and that's okay. What matters is that every single person sitting here tonight has a future filled with opportunities we can't even imagine yet. We came into Landstown as a group of freshmen who had no idea what the next 4 years would hold. Tonight, we leave as a group of graduates, each with our own path ahead of us. The next time we're all together again, we'll be different people with different lives, careers, families, and stories to tell. But no matter where we go or what we accomplish, we'll always share the experiences that brought us to this moment right here. Congratulations, Landstown Class of 2026, and good luck to you all. It is now my honor to call upon Ralph Dunbar, Class of 2026 salutatorian.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Landstown Class of 2026's graduation. For those who don't know me, my name is Ralph Dunbar, and I'm your class salutatorian. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my parents for always supporting me and for the sacrifices you made. You allowed me to thrive. Now, to my fellow graduates, well, chat, we made it! When writing this speech, many of my classmates asked me to include certain buzzwords to make it memorable, but I guess they'll just have to wait and see. When I first began high school 4 years ago, I never thought I would give a speech on graduation day. However, I've always been someone who chases his dreams, and I believe that's one of the great qualities God blessed me with. After all, it helped me get where I am today. With that being said, I've never been a model student. You could probably ask Big J or Miss O'Toole about that, but I'm sure I made their classes quite lively. I was the kind of person you would consider a noisemaker, but I'm sure my classmates enjoyed the experience. After all, high school is all about the experience, right? In fact, I would even go as far to say that high school is like making ice cream with a hand crank. It takes a sizable chunk of time, but it's quite rewarding in the end. Somehow, I managed to segue into my favorite topic, food. Well, I'm sure that all of us more than likely love food, but I'm willing to bet I like food more than anyone else in this building. I have so many fond memories at the cross-country team dinners where I must have eaten roughly 6 or 7 plates. As we all know, food is quite expensive, so thank you to all the parents for feeding your hungry teens. Now, I would like to share something you might find inspiring, and it has to do with stairs. I've always believed in perseverance, and life is all about steps. Every chapter of your life is another step in an endless staircase. Even if the stairs never end, we keep climbing. We have to choose to keep climbing until we reach our goals. Sometimes I ponder what initialized my own goals. Was it the kindness of my friends Sahori and Pancake, who offered me Pop-Tarts when I was hungry? Was it the drive I saw my friends Elijah and Gabe when they could never win a game of chess but kept trying? Thinking back on it now, I realized why I took all of these AP classes that brought me into this position. It was because of all of you, the students I call my friends. Like most people, I spent a large portion of my life searching for that one missing piece, some kind of treasure that would make everything feel complete. But in the end, I see now that the real one piece was the friends we made along the way. As I reminisce about life so far, I believe it is important for me to recognize the biggest influences in my life. In elementary school, it was my friend Luke Carlton, who I played basketball with at recess. In middle school, I had my friend Tristan Clymer Perez, who I would play video games with until 2 a.m. each morning. Entering into high school, the people I met, as well as the time I spent with them, just felt rather brief and fast. Nevertheless, each year, I had a senior to look up to for guidance. My freshman year, it was Cameron Putman, a true leader on the track team. My sophomore year, it was Seth Carolino, an interesting but quite influential character in my life. During my junior year, it was Zachary Reyes, a goofy but friendly individual. But in my senior year, it was my turn to be an influence on someone else. So I would like to say, Bucket, Kyle, Amir, Brody, Alex, and Adam, you're all very bright children. Keep shining, achieve greatness, and make Landstown proud. Graduates, with these final words, I salute you all. Landstown will always be your nest. And you know what? You are all eagles. So fly high and reach for the stars, because even if you fall, you'll land on a cloud. Congratulations, class of 2026, and may Tung be with you all. I now have the pleasure of introducing our class valedictorian of 2026, Kara Nelson.
Good afternoon, faculty and staff of Landstown High School, esteemed stage guests, family, friends, loved ones, and most importantly, my fellow seniors. My name is Kara Nelson, and I am honored to be speaking in front of you all as your valedictorian. Today, we are here to celebrate the accomplishments of Landstown High School's class of 2026. What you all have achieved is amazing. All of the hard work and diligence you have put forward for the past 4 years of your life has finally paid off. Think of how much you have matured, how much you have learned, and how much you have grown, and take a moment to really be proud of yourselves. You deserve it. This day marks an incredible turning point for each and every one of us. While it may symbolize the end of our childhoods, it also represents the beginning of a brand new, exciting chapter in our lives. In all honesty, though, change is something I've always been afraid of. To say that I am nervous for what will come after we walk this stage is an understatement. Truly, I'm terrified. But I'm sure many of you feel the same way. Whether you're going to college, joining the military, attending trade school, or entering the workforce, and whether you're traveling across cities, across states, or across the country, big changes lie ahead of us all. I'm here to tell you, and myself, that it's okay to feel scared, and it's okay to feel sad. The one thing I ask, though, as you move forward in your life, is that you don't forget the people who helped you along the way. The people who supported you, made you happy, helped you grow, and loved you through it all. My favorite lyric of all time comes from a song called Dosed by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Show love with no remorse. If you take anything away from this speech, I want it to be just that. It's crucial that the people who are special to you know exactly how much you care about them, because you may never know when they could suddenly leave your life. So, take every chance you can to unapologetically and proudly show your love and give your thanks to those close to your heart. With that being said, that is exactly what I'm going to do. To start, my journey here wasn't easy. It took 20 AP and dual enrollment classes and plenty of hard work. There were so many moments where I wanted to give up, where I wanted to break down, cry, and forget it all. But what held me together were the people I love. The people who made me want to get out of bed in the morning when I was running on 2 hours of sleep, the people who kept me smiling and laughing when I was extremely stressed, and the people who kept me motivated and encouraged when I was burnt out and wanted nothing to do with school. First, I want to thank my friends. Whether we were sitting next to each other in class, joking around at club meetings, going on field trips together, or simply just waving to each other in the hallways, you all had more of an impact on me than you will ever know. I still remember eating lunch together in the cafeteria. For some reason, we always chose to sit at the smallest tables, even though we had to pull up so many extra chairs to fit us all. We would each scatter our lunches across the table. Home-cooked meals, leftovers from eating out the night before, trays from the lunch line, snacks from the vending machines, and essentially anything else you could think of. And we would sit there, grabbing at each other's foods like it was a buffet. Like each of our meals belonged to everyone at the table. Like we were a family. I will always remember that feeling. Next, I want to thank my boyfriend. Thank you for being someone I could grow alongside for the last 2 years of high school. Thank you for always showing up for me and being proud of me no matter what. And sorry. And thank you for always giving me something to, oh my God. And thank you for giving me and thank you for always giving me something to look forward to amongst all the stress. To all the teachers and other faculty members who made school feel like it wasn't a chore, who challenged me and helped me push my limits, and who made me feel like I was capable of anything I set my mind to. Thank you. To my mom, I can't possibly thank you enough. You always supported me in any and every way that you could. Thank you for teaching me how to be kind and considerate, and for showing me what it looks like to be hardworking and independent, yet humble and compassionate. To my dad, sorry. Thank you for always pushing me to stay hungry and never settle for less than what I could achieve. Thank you for motivating me and always reminding me to be the best version of myself that I can be. And lastly, thank you to my older sister. Even though we hated each other sometimes, thank you for always making me laugh and being one of my biggest role models. Class of 2026, I know that the future holds wonders for you all, but I'll say it again. Don't lose sight of the people who helped you get there. I know you may be bound to grow apart, and they may no longer be as important to you, but don't forget the times where they meant everything to you. Congratulations, Eagles, and I can't wait to see what amazing things you all accomplish.
All right, at this time, staff and readers, please take your positions for the presentation of diplomas to our outstanding graduating seniors.
Governor's STEM Academy graduate and class valedictorian, Kara Noel Nelson with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate and class salutatorian, Ralph Jaden Dunbar with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate and class president, Shaylin Fiar Boaz with honors. SCA President, Mason Andrew Mendigoran with honors. Christopher Thorne Ablang with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate, Quinn Kaasi Acevedo with honors. Maria Cecilia Aguilar Agrinzones with honors. Joseph Felipe Aguirre Sanchez with honors. Jamin Mashako Albritton. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Andrew Lane Alexander III with honors. Micah Kogler Ali. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Isem Almaki with honors. Julian Camilo Alzate Gomez. Laura Alejandra Amado Caballero. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Eden Mackenzie Amato with honors. Alana Jade Porras Amigable with honors. George Higgins Anders. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Riley Michael Anderson with honors. Lucas Wyatt Angleton with honors. Sage Fernandez Antolin with honors. Landon Apland with honors. Maria Jose Aponte Amado with honors. Cian Levi Mercado Arevalo with honors. Sean Michael Bylan Arlanza with honors. Avril Guevara Arpelieda with honors. Morgan Obekte Ashite. Rita Asim with honors. Justin Dan Estabilo Asinas with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Leila Juliana Baena with honors. Raylan K. Bailey. Tiana Alyssa Marie Baker. Logan James Barnes with honors. Bia Ashley Barrickman with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Alexi Dino Bartels with honors. Harrison Jacob Baxter. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Emmanuel Jaden Dimaranen Bebe with honors. Jamion Lamonte Bazemore. Jaden Gerard Bazemore. Cheyenne Dominique Beavers. Jade Stefani Bedoya. Mackenzie Marie Bendely with honors. Ryan Benzari. John Marv Torres Bernardino. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Srihari Benoy Krishna with honors. Jordan Eric Black. Robert Benjamin Blaine with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Clint Joseph Blaze with honors. Madison Lynn Bongiorno with honors. Connor Hayden Bradley with honors. Sebastian Bradley. Josh Vaughn Briscoe. Zachariah Lynn Bristol. Amani Alyssa Brown. Ashley Lavon Brown. Damian Austin Brown. Hunter Christian Brown with honors. Quintavious Brown with honors. Darius Alexander Prince Bryan with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Kai Ray Takeo Buenavista with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Trang Phung Bui with honors. Omar Rashad Bullock. Amasa Nevaeh Bunting. Chloe Lynn Burke with honors. Monet Reese Burns with honors. Samantha Ann Button with honors. Mia Alana Torres Kaalim with honors. Gian Kai Amanti Kaasi with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Rangeline Gines Cacho with honors. Erilyn Calkins with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Kyle Ryan Calpo with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Carl Nicholas Cameron with honors. Maleni Campos with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Nathan Enrique Campos with honors. Lily Ann Canuli with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Ben Carlson with honors. Charmaine Carrington. Abigail Elizabeth Kaler with honors. Cameron Nasir Chacon. Jamani Unique Chapman with honors. Christian Ricardo Colon. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Samuel Gregory Como with honors. Courtney Neve Connor with honors. Caress Renee Cooper. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Reed David Maxwell Copson with honors. Marian Itzel Coronel Leon. Talicia Lachey Kostick with honors. Jalea Lynn Covington. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Andrew Micah Covita with honors. Peyton Marie Cox with honors. Mia Jane Crawford with honors. Curtis Ezra Crowder III with honors. Angie Bertila Cruz. Anthony Craig Curry Jr. Alair Taylor Daggerpont with honors. Aiden Xavier D'Amelio Jones. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Connor Paul Damon with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Emily Tran Dow with honors. Rayla May Takiwa with honors. Liam Christopher Davis. Michaela Lillian Davis with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Dylan Robert Davison with honors. Bryson De Jesus with honors. Aaliyah Nevaeh DeGro with honors. Ian Thomas Delaney with honors. Ava now Simone DeRoner. Lizea Lavier D-Rose with honors. Druanch Desai. Eden Lisa Detling. Eliza Rose Marie Dizon. Keith Patrick Dodd. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Sal James Dodd with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Martin Dayana Donchev with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Sherry Ilani Douglas with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Tania Elizabeth Lachey Drawhorn with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Antonio Allen Drum with honors. Anthony Duenas with honors. Amanda Lee Easter with honors. Anaya Kimura Eaton Gladden with honors. Anthony Jeremiah Edmonds with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Ethan Ramon Edwards with honors. Angela Maria Egas with honors. James Tallis Elam with honors. Lily Louise Ellingsworth with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Ja'Cory Keyshawn Elliott with honors. Erickson Armando Escobar Aguilar. Jesse Jemima Carlos Esguerra with honors. Jasmine May Estrada with honors. Michael Joben Soneris Eugenio Jr. with honors. Ellie Page Ann Fairchild. Rosemary Elizabeth Faircloth with honors. Leland Redford Farley with honors. Wyatt Favor. Jonathan Andrew Felsinger with honors. Brody Taylor Fairdone. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Mackay Trayshawn Ferguson with honors. Manaya Khalees Fisher with honors. Antonio Hermes Flores with honors. Jonathan David Flores Floresca. Amaya Rain Flowers. Rihanna Jade Forrester with honors. Brooke Janae Forrester. Logan Alexander Freewald. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Nathan Tyler Freiling with honors. Jordan Amante Galashaw. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Amari Terrell Guinness with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Jonathan Stephen Gannon with honors. James Martin Haraba Gatbantan with honors. Jaden Noel G. Michael Edward G. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Aaron Gelly with honors. Noah Youssef James Gentry with honors. Serena Addie Gideon with honors. Jeremiah Sargines with honors. Georgios Giotikas with honors. Governor's STEM Academy graduate Ryan Taylor Golden with honors. Joanny Chantel Gomez. James Richard Nackman Gonzalez II. Jacob Gonzalez with honors. Jaden Christopher Gonzalez.
Emery Gray Goodrow. Governor STEM Academy graduate Taha Guram with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Zachary Jairo Granville with honors. Nivea Marie Graves. Bo Thomas Gray. Governor STEM Academy graduate Madeline Catherine Grebel with honors. Marley Yvonne Green with honors. Avriel V. Griffin. Alexis Marie Grundler. Kaylin Maricel Guanlo with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Faith Gwingon with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Pravin Raju Gorbaksani with honors. Kimberly Ann Gonzalez Guillan. Amy Anaí Guzman. Governor STEM Academy graduate Elijah Devon Harmon with honors. Daquan Raheem Harper. Deasia Monet Harris. Jaden Malaki Harris. Governor STEM Academy graduate Ian Christopher Husheider with honors. Johnay Simone Hawley with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Talon Shane Helderman with honors. Abigail Rachel Joy Hendrickson with honors. Teranique Valencia Hebburn with honors. Stephen Nathaniel Hester. Governor STEM Academy graduate Gerald Clifford Higgins with honors.
Isabella Hill.
Isabella Addison Hill. Nathaniel James Hing. Barrett Hobbs Babel. Dawson Anselm Hogan with honors. Brandon Clark Horde. Governor STEM Academy graduate Merrick James Horath with honors. Kairos Ariana Michelle Horton with honors. Owen Lewis Hotop with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Melanie Hotelling with honors. Owen Alexander Hauser with honors. Jacob Matthew Hudson. Noah Aaron Huzman. Jonathan Sang Bin with honors. Elisha Rain Makabuhai Ibaldez with honors. Leah Allison Eguban with honors. Bella Tiffany Illy with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Alexander George Mark Jacobson with honors. Isaiah Marcus Jameson. Hudson Taylor Jarrett with honors. Derek Montreal Jefferson Jr. Bryce Theodore Jenkins. Bianca Jernigan with honors. Jaden Aldrin Larat Jimenez with honors. Jairo Jimenez Miranda. Anaya Chanel Johnson. Daryl Demetrius Johnson. Samara Nevaeh Johnson with honors. Sanai Audrey Johnson. Tyler Michael Johnson. Adriana Nicole Jones. Governor STEM Academy graduate Kenyon Julian Jones with honors. Jose Angel Jones with honors. Giovanni Hassan Jones. Kendall Renee Jones with honors. Raina Grace Antoinette Josephs. Governor STEM Academy graduate Elizabeth Nicole Joya Rodriguez with honors. Brian K. Joyner. Anika Rachel Kane with honors. Kyle Andrew Keller with honors. Ashton James Kessler with honors. Angel Shalai Kindred Daughtry. Governor STEM Academy graduate Sierra Tran King with honors. Aurora Soleil Kennard with honors. Julian Thomas Knipe with honors. Tristan Knowlton with honors. Oliver, Governor STEM Academy graduate Oliver Koenig with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Morgan Kohler with honors. Caden Kowalski. Kylie Kowalski with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Sanjit Kumar with honors. Malaya Lynn Lakara with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Bryce Charles Landry with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Jerome David Lazan with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Nicholas David Lazan with honors. Rayanna Wilson Lawrence with honors. Richie Kwa Lei with honors. Nicholas Erasto Leal II. Lucas Addison Lee with honors. Zachary T. Lisinski with honors. Ariana Ann Lewis with honors. Kristen Nicole Lipsky. Alexis Jade Little with honors. Brianna Pearl Lazat with honors. Evan Joseph Lofay with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Danielle Faith Loftus with honors. Marta Lopez Moza with honors. Miles Bradley Lowe with honors. Lucy Renata Arlene Larson. Serenity Autumn Lynch with honors. Princess Natalie Fernandez Mabangalo with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Tristan James Madsen with honors. Sophie Marie Tessalona Marotte. Nicholas Warren Martin. Zoe Isabella Martyr. Governor STEM Academy graduate Nicholas Michael Martish with honors. Soleil Margot Mateo with honors. Micaiah Corin Matthews. John Robert Maudlin. Patricia Jade McCarter. Christopher Daniel McCarthy with honors. Olivia Lynn McCarthy with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Dale McCarty with honors. Mariah Lorraine McCollum with honors. Brecken Ian Howard McCord. Lily Isabel McCoy with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Tyrese James McElroy with honors. Andrew Brian McLagan with honors. Cameron Allen McMillan with honors. Miku Ashlyn McSwain with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Madison Ashley Milat with honors. Camilla Antonella Mendez. Daniel Peter Aguinaldo Mendoza with honors. Tekliab Lagessa Megstu with honors. Dylan Lee Mills. Governor STEM Academy graduate Aiden Mingo with honors. Manuel Barkin Mosakil with honors. Tyson David Mohammed with honors. Isaiah Joshua Moody. Soraya Lene Moore with honors. Quinetta Ann Moore Holloway. Devin Matthew Salvador Mora. Erwin Esteban Mora with honors. Layla McKinley Morgan with honors. Shemaya Amani Morris. Governor STEM Academy graduate Garrett Sean Morrison with honors. Kayla Ann Murden with honors. Isabel Ray Murray with honors. Jasmine Darlene Nance with honors. Elizabeth Sophia Negron with honors. Spencer Channing Nelson with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Alexander Curtis Nesbitt IV with honors. Danielle Delana Newton with honors. Eric Monte Newton Jr. Governor STEM Academy graduate Kai T. Wynn with honors. Cameron Brady Nipper. Veronica Nixon with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Nikki Ann Kalilap Owanya with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Mary Akir Obeng with honors. Jamar Neri Orta. Ethan Jacob Ott with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Max Jeffrey Padigos with honors. Christopher Paguada Morales with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Eric William Pankey with honors. John Adaya Papadakos. Governor STEM Academy graduate Daniel John Paradise with honors. Danya Patel. Madison Michelle Poutler with honors. Imaya Michelle Higgis. Isaiah Noah Pena with honors. Iris Marisol Perez Enamorado with honors. Layani Perez with honors. Laimari Perez. Kylan Marie Persilver. Layla Ali Peters with honors.
Governor STEM Academy graduate Brody Dominic Petronas with honors. Jessica Pham with honors. Billy J. Phillips IV with honors. Marco Polo Phillips Jr. with honors. Ricardo Spencer Phillips. Giacomo Piccoli with honors. Aiden Ryan Pickrell with honors. Leah Grace Pickrell. Melody Charisma Pilgrim with honors. Decker Jameson Plude with honors. Isabella Rhea Porter. William Boyd Post. Isabel Powell with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Kaylee Grace Powell with honors. David Lee Presley Jr. David Alexander Priest. Noah Anthony Prophet Williams. Jalen Sherrod Purdy. Brian Lucas Souza Queiroz with honors. Marley Racines with honors. Aurora Ramirez Cruz with honors. Isabel Amalia Ramos. Brody Austin Ranson. Ariana Noemi Ricard with honors. Adriana Simone Reed. Elijah Malachi Reed with honors. Zephaniah Jaden Reed. Barrett Michael Renner with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Arba Rege with honors. Angelina Jane Reyes. John Matthew Roa with honors. Brian Tyrese Robertson with honors. Malia Norlin Roberts Wiley. Devin Renee Denise Robinson with honors. David Rodriguez Jr. Camilla Patricia Rodriguez Almeida with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Emmanuel Carlos Roman with honors. Alexia Priscilla Romero with honors. Ryan Pascasio Roque with honors. Aiden Christopher Ross with honors. Isaiah Antonio Rulock. Governor STEM Academy graduate Sam Arthur Raleigh with honors. Evelyn Marie Roy. Tony Alexander Ruiz Gomez. Sarah Jessica Runyon with honors. Sarah Caitlin Russell with honors. Gavin Hewitt Salih with honors. Janine Itzamara Salas with honors. Lizbeth Ann Salas with honors. Jalissa Shanice Salmon. Jeremy Emilio Salonga with honors. Aiden Anthony Samonte with honors. Layla Simone Samuelson. Governor STEM Academy graduates, Colin Jacob San Diego with honors. Jocelyn Claire Sanchez. Rudy M. Sandoval with honors. Emma Lynn Santiago. Dawn Marie Seal with honors. Reagan Jean Seacrest with honors. Kaylee Anna Seminario with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Andrew Philip Sessoms with honors. Alexandros Nicholas Shakalis. Evangelist Michael Shakalis. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Rylan Marie Sheffy with honors. Jonathan Wayne Shelby Pepper. Adnan Shinwar. Donna Pamela Sierra Lopez. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Christian Gary Sylvie with honors. Kennedy Imani Smallwood. Ashley Morgan Smith with honors. Dominic Riley Joel Madison Smith. Isabella Sophia Smith with honors. Natalie Taylor Smith with honors. Trayvon DeMonte Smith. Savannah Dawn Snyder with honors. Rylan Chase Story. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Cody Jacob Spangler with honors. Aubrey Nicole Stapleton with honors. DeMonte Lavelle Staten with honors. Gabriel Shane Steinhilber. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Logan Keith Stewart with honors. Donica Jean Stoddard with honors. Nicholas Dai Tan Su with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Jacob Ryan Sumonap with honors. Jasleen Grace Sumonap with honors. Roger Jacob Sweeney. Just Amira? Amira Yassine Sai with honors. Naja Keziah Sykes. Aaron Van Ta with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Hunter Caleb Teisler with honors. Brendan Alexander Takula. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Robert Neil Taliaferro with honors. Jillian Isabel Corpru Tamaya with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Julia Tenado with honors. Gabriella Danielle Tanner with honors. Mayor Ahmed Temtem with honors. Monder Ahmed Temtem with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Ethan Francesco Thomas with honors. Gianna Lovely Winborn Thomas. Cheyenne Angel Thomas with honors. Tamia Janaya Thomas with honors. Tyquez Devontae Thomas. Bella Tien with honors. Jordan Gabriel Tillman with honors. Noah Woos Talavi. Catherine Tang Tran with honors. Lindsay T. Trin with honors. Ari Aiden Amori Tucker with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Michael Patrick Tucker with honors. Ethan Michael Turner with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Lance Joshua Umali with honors. Jonathan Uribe Morales with honors. Josephine Lynn Vare. Connor Julius Vanek. Terrence Lee Veal Jr. with honors. Gina Lee Valaquez Vargas. Lucas Vadiri Demora with honors. Alton James Virgis with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduates, Mihailo Volkov with honors. Michael Tai Chi Vong. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Alon Irving Walker with honors. Bryant Keith Walker. Georgia VicGeorge Ware with honors. William Jaden Warren. Juliana Maria Warren. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Rachel Eleanor Warren with honors. Austin Matthew Worsler. Troy Allen Weather. Noah Jacob Weber. Governor STEM Academy graduate, Gabriel Christopher Wemeris with honors. Kennedy Alexa Kate Werner. Mia Michelle Westendorf with honors. William Riley Westmoreland. Anna Elisa Whitehead. Amani Adija Whitley. Shayani Makita Whitley with honors. Nakia White with honors. Anaya Danae Wiggins with honors. Christian Jordan Williams. Gabriel Jordan Williams with honors. Faith Trinity Williams with honors. Lyric Mackenzie Williams. Nazir Javion Williams with honors. Tremaine Francel Williams Jr. Xavier Lee Williams. Davon Latique Williams Rodriguez. Ariana Micaiah Wilson. Joshua Alexander Wilson. Jaden Lyle Winley. David Matthew Wissinger Jr. Dominic Justice Whitcop. Governor STEM Academy graduate Gabriel C. Woods with honors. Ryan Elliott Woods. Leland Cardell Rice with honors. LaShanti Renee Wright. Casey Mason Wiss. Emily Hope Marie Yates. Avery Elaine Yider with honors. Miles Jeremy Yider with honors. Alexa Kalamaan Yera with honors. Melat Getacho Jonas with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Daniel Stephen Young with honors. Matthew Olajuwon Young with honors. Liliana Jade Zafra with honors. Governor STEM Academy graduate Alex Bing Zhao with honors.
Class of 2026, please stand. Young people, as you know, the switching of the tassel is a time-honored tradition of commencement. With that in mind, I ask that you, together, move your tassels from the right to the left, noting the beginning of an exciting new phase of your lives. Be proud. Remember, you're an eagle and soar. Now, it's with great pleasure that I, by the authority vested in me by the School Board of the City of Virginia Beach and the Commonwealth of Virginia, declare that you have met all graduation requirements to be a graduate of Landstown High School, Governor STEM and Technology Academy. Congratulations! We would ask at this time that all audience rise and exit as the Landstown High School staff and graduates recess. We ask that you meet your graduate outside of the convention center. At this time, I'll ask the staff to get in place. And the class of 2026, please follow. Thank you.